The Trump administration steps up ICE raids and mass deportations. One tech developer is pushing back with an app designed to track ICE activity in real time. It's called ICE Block.
Obstruction of law enforcement, your response.
Yeah, we're working with the Department of Justice to see if we can prosecute them for that.
So they may be very well prosecuted for that. What they did there we think is totally illegal. Okay, let's go.
Them trying to help divert illegal aliens away from prosecution when they're illegally in our country has to be a crime. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com, TatumStore.com. Ladies and gentlemen, brand new shirt, Alligator, Alcatraz. They wanted me to do it, but we got it available. It is a back print. So on the front, it's a little alligator with the Tatum logo. And on the back is Alligator Alcatraz. Get you one of these shirts today. Also, we have a whole bunch of new products that are here on the store. We got our 4th of July Patriot stuff. Faith and Freedom is one of my favorite. We got so much stuff, man. This is all good product. Look at the 5-star reviews on all of our products. And if you have any questions about how we do it, we also have these coasters. And so these are made from stone. We're going to finish it because it looks unfinished right now, but we're going to finish it with like a gloss. So therefore it protects it and everything else. But these are great. You can buy them in 4 packs. They're only $6. Add it to the cart. Y'all know about SHINERGY and everything else, but I really wanted you to get this Alligator Alcatraz shirt and wear it everywhere and shun these leftists. All right. Link is in the description section. Discount code will pop up somewhere. Let's get into this. I want to get to DHS, Kristi Noem, and Donald Trump are looking into prosecuting CNN. Now, let me just say this. I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to give my commentary so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Roll the clip.
And Madam Secretary, CNN yesterday pushed an app that lets you track where ICE agents are. Tom Homan was saying that perhaps CNN should be prosecuted for that as obstruction of law enforcement. Your response.
Yeah, we're working with the Department of Justice to see if we can prosecute them for that, because what they're doing is actively encouraging people to avoid law enforcement activities, operations, and we're going to actually go after them and prosecute them with the partnership of PAM if we can, because what they're doing we believe is illegal.
And they may be prosecuted also for having given false reports on the attack in Iran.
Yes.
They were given totally false reports. It was totally obliterated, and our people have to be celebrated, not come home and say, what do you mean we didn't hit the target? We hit the target person. You know, the pilots came home and they said, we hit the target person. So they may be very well prosecuted for that. What they did there we think is totally illegal. Okay, let's go. Follow us.
So what does that mean? If this was, now let's talk about this app, right? It's an app called, I think it's ICE Block. It's called ICE Block. It's a mobile app that let users report sightings of ICE agents. App created says it's a warning tool for undocumented immigrants. About 20,000 people are on it, mostly in cities like Los Angeles. Let's talk about this for a minute. If ICE Block was like a traffic jam, so you can avoid traffic jams or speed cameras or things of that nature to give the public an opportunity not to violate the law, because currently while you're driving down the street as a United States citizen, you're not in violation of any law. Generally speaking, not unless you ride with bad tags and no driver's license or whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. You're not just inherently driving down the street. You're not in violation of any law. So these tracking apps are to help you not to violate the law. But if you're an illegal alien, you've violated our laws. Them trying to help divert illegal aliens away from prosecution when they're illegally in our country has to be a crime.
The Trump administration steps up ICE raids and mass deportations. One tech developer is pushing back with an app designed to track ICE activity in real time. It's called ICE Block, and it's controversial to say the least. CNN's Claire Duffy is with us now. How does this work, Claire, and what are the legal implications?
Yeah, John, I talked with Joshua Aaron, who is the longtime tech worker who developed this platform, and he said he really wants it to be an early warning system for people about the location of immigrations and customs enforcement officers. So he says he does not want people interfering with those officers' activity, but he does want people to be able to avoid them altogether if they want. So you open the app, it looks like a map, and users can tap the map to report an ICE sighting in their area, and then everybody who uses the platform within 5 miles of that sighting will get a push alert. This is a free iPhone app. It is anonymous. Aaron says he doesn't collect any user data. And what I think is really interesting about this in this moment is we've seen so many of the biggest leaders in tech supporting President Trump. But Aaron is sort of an example of the fact that there are people within the tech industry who are really resistant to Trump's policies. I asked him what he would say to those tech leaders who, for example, were at the inauguration. Here's what he told me. Take a listen.
I understand that you have shareholders to report to. I understand that you have employees that need their paychecks. But at what point do you say enough is enough?
And John, I should say that ICE did not respond when I asked them about this platform and about Aaron's opposition to their activity.
And also doxing these ICE agents, because if one of them get hurt because somebody wants to go and protest and act a fool and target them, now they know where they are located. Facilitated by CNN, to me, that is a problem. That is a big, major problem. Like I said, I wouldn't have any problem with this if this was legal citizens having the right to be exposed to stuff that government is doing. But these are illegal aliens that they're trying to help divert prosecution. That's almost like aiding and abetting illegal immigration in this country. If you need, what they should do is an app that to help you self-deport, or an app that help you get your stuff together in the courts. Send an app to the nearest immigration office that you can go to and get your stuff together, instead of trying to tell you to avoid law enforcement. These people are so crazy. And then Donald Trump spoke about the leak in the secret Iran report. Go to clip 3. Roll it.
That it was produced by the Defense Intelligence Agency, which is the Pentagon's intelligence arm. And it is worth noting that it is a very early assessment. The strikes were only a matter of days ago, and the intelligence community is still gathering intelligence. They are still working to come up with a full, comprehensive picture of what exactly happened here. But based on a battle damage assessment that was carried out by U.S. Central Command, essentially looking at the images and looking at what was actually damaged, the Defense Intelligence Agency has assessed that the core components of Iran's nuclear program are largely intact, and that Iran's nuclear program has essentially only been set back by months. Now, we presented this information to the White House for comment, and White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt, she did acknowledge the existence of this assessment, but she said in a statement that the administration disagrees with it. She said, quote, "This alleged assessment is flat out wrong and was classified as top secret, but was still leaked to CNN by an anonymous low-level loser in the intelligence community. The leaking of this alleged assessment is a clear attempt to demean President Trump and discredit the brave fighter pilots who conducted a perfectly executed mission to obliterate Iran's nuclear program. Everyone knows what happens when you drop 14 30,000-pound bombs perfectly on their targets, total obliteration." Now, it is worth noting here that there has been dissent, I should say, within the intelligence community, within the defense community, about just how much of an impact these massive bunker buster bombs would actually have on Iran's nuclear facilities. It was far from certain, given that these bombs had never been tested in an actual combat scenario, whether they would actually penetrate those very, very deep underground tunnels that lie underneath these nuclear facilities. And what we are told is that as of now, this Defense Intelligence Agency assessment, it does conclude at this point, again, it is still very early, that those underground facilities, including the centrifuges, including the highly enriched uranium that everyone has been talking so much about, those are largely intact. Now, of course, this does stand at odds with what President Donald Trump and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth have been saying in recent days about the impact of these U.S. military strikes. Of course, President Trump said it was totally obliterated, and Secretary Hegseth did as well. And he actually also provided CNN with a statement. I'm
tired of listening to her talk. Okay. So pretty much what it is par for the course. They want Donald Trump to look bad. They want to always err on the side of making him look illegitimate. They took leaked information, which is illegal. Then they broadcast that preliminarily leaked information to the public, which was a complete lie. They knew it was a complete lie. Even I forget her name. She's such an amazing woman. I got to think of her name. It'll come to me here soon. Condoleezza Rice. Even Condoleezza Rice came out and said that no one should ever be, I guess, jumping, at the opportunity to report on a low-level finding, which was top secret anyway. And to think of dropping them bombs like that, highly trained military personnel dropping 30,000-pound bombs. I mean, come on, bro. Something is broken. Something tore up. Something got obliterated. And then, within hours of the strikes, think about this. If that thing go down underneath the ground and blow up a laboratory in a facility, how quickly can you get down there and assess that? You think they blew up this part and then they go, oh, let's make a door for them to go down there and check everything. How you gonna get down there if it just blew up the whole site there? How you gonna even look at the stuff if it blew the site up? The assessment has to take a little bit of time to figure out what exactly happened. Ain't no way in the world you drop 30,000-pound bombs. I think they dropped 5 or 6 of them. Ain't no way in the world you dropping 30,000-pound bombs and it didn't do nothing. Nothing was ever the sight of 30,000-pound bombs being dropped on planet Earth is gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be a mess.